You were talking about putting the other day and how you got better, and you said you basically are pulling into the ball. You're not decelerating, but
yeah, I am decelerating.
You're coming in and judging the speed based on your feel, right?
Here's what I found out what my biggest problem with putting was. I had it in my mind from the time I was very young with putting. I don't know whether I just read it somewhere or it's become conventional wisdom or whatever, but accelerating through the ball. I became very obsessed with acceleration through the ball and compressing the ball. And when you get on really slick greens and when you get on really say downhill putts or just short putts, which is what I really wound up being terrible at. I couldn't take the club back far enough to put any kind of flow into my stroke. I'd take it back a very short amount of space in my backswing because I felt that I still had to be accelerating through the ball. And consequently, I got very bad at these short putts because I get really quick, jerky, stabby, all in this quest for acceleration, which I believed was so important. And what happened over the last year is I started to look at it and came to believe that, wait a minute, blade angle, if you got the blade angle really, really right, and especially on these short ones, you know, and these quick downhillers or ones on really, if you got the blade angle right, you got like 95% of it right. If you got the blade angle right when the putter ball is leaving the putter face, you've got something. So what I did was I gave myself permission to focus solely on the blade angle and getting that right at address, and more importantly, getting it right at impact, and gave myself permission to do some putting strokes where I take it outside, take it inside, take it straight back, take it all over the place, but be sure that I return it with the putter blade exactly square to my intended line. So now I've thrown acceleration, deceleration out of the equation. And what happened was I would take it back too far and know that, well, I going to have to take a little something off of this. Like your mind knows when you're going to hit it too hard. Your mind, and practicing it, you start to get better. So what happened was all of a sudden I started to get some feel by giving myself permission to decelerate if that was required to hit at the right speed. It's not like I'm trying to decelerate, but I all of a sudden said, you know what? It's okay if I've got this blade angle right.
Yeah.
And so my touch immediately got better because if I took it back too far, I didn't still try and you know, smash it through the ball. And I started to hole putts. I played a couple of rounds at the end of this year, and I started to hole putts, and I actually felt like, okay, now I've got fewer things to think about because I'm really thinking just about blade angle, and it caused me to grip it with more pressure on the putter grip perpendicular to the blade. So I've got my thumb right on top and I'm pulling up from the bottom, similar to what we were talking about with the regular club, you know, where you're not trying to do a lot of this. It's more like in the same alignment as the face. So I'm pressuring, you know, in the same line as the face angle, and so I've got less deviation there, and I'm returning it properly with more frequency.